Rama Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Om Shri Rama Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Shri Rama Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Shri Rama Jai Jai Rama Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Om Shri Rama Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Om.
Hari Om to everybody.
Hari Om, Pranam Swami. Pranam.
Pranam Swamiji.
Yeah, pranam. So, what is it to be shared today?
Inquest of God some incident that day
Inquest of
daily
God?
life daily sadhana papa எப்படி கொண்டு போனார் கொஞ்சம் கனெக்ட் பண்ணி சொல்றேன்னு சொல்லியிருக்கேன் அதோட இன்சிடென்ட் இது
No topics?
How to function the mind, Swamiji?
Eh?
How to function the mind?
Mind is itself function.
Mind.
How to control me?
Mind.
Control the mind.
Swamiji will share. Then later on somebody asked that for the past 2-3 days we have been trying to understand how to connect the sadhana in our daily life. We were trying to dwell upon the theme discussed by Swami Chidanji Maharaj. The daily life is a field provided to us to test our daily sadhana. Intellectually, we all are clear about it. At the same time, now the suggestion is that in Inquest of God, we find how he was doing this sadhana for 2 years. And then, when God made him to take a leap, he was moving with the society. He was not keeping himself away from any other place. He was very much with the society. So therefore, he was subjected to go through many trying, varying experiences. At that time, how is it that he was able to feel the presence of God, presence of his Ram in all and behind every thought, every word, every deed? And how he was reveling in the same experience throughout. So that means the daily life, which God made him to go through, offered him an opportunity to test the daily sadhana he was made to go through. So it might be that we will take it up later. Now Puja Swami Padmanabhanandaji is there, so he will try to share the thoughts on the mind.
And this together.
Oh.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Om. So the first question was how to control the mind. That I could understand from that. The question was how to control the mind. And that question includes the daily sadhana and the
Daily.
in all these questions, there is a lacuna that we will discuss first. So, what is mind? Mind is actually we are not aware of our own self. We are only our mind. So, in the Sanskrit, there are three terminologies are there. One is Nara. Nara means we are all Nara, human beings. Vanara. That's also only one letter added. Vanara. Vanara, Nara, and Kinnara. Yaksha Kinnara, they say. So Vanara is an animal, Nara is a human being, Kinnara is a little celestial being. Here there is Yaksha Kinnara. So the meaning, if you look, Va means in Sanskrit, Va means whether this is so and so. Like that, some doubt comes. One person comes, hey, this looks like Muktan Swamiji. No, this is not Muktan Swamiji, it is his brother. Sometimes we confuse. So that is called Va, Narova. Whether this is a man. If you look at a monkey, it will be almost like us only. In the ashram, we have got a lot of monkeys. Monkeys will be sometimes sitting. And when they are sitting, we feel that only a human being is sitting, only it is sizeless. So, Vanara is also like Nara. That is why its name is Vanara. Is it Narova? Is it Vanara? Whether it is a man, like that the question. Kinnara is also this thing. Kim Nara means, Va means doubt. Kim, then there is a question actually. Kim Nara means the devatas are also look like us. Not from the physical form, but some aspects are there. Suppose you taste something. இது வசம்பு போல இருக்கு வசம்புன்னு வசம்பு மாதிரி இருக்கு அவ்வளோ திப்பிலி ஸோ டேஸ்ட் ஆல்சோ சம்திங் you can identify a similar thing also. Likewise, Kinnara is also whether it is human being. That doubt comes. So these three categories are there. So, and they say, yet Vanara means it is totally restless animal. Totally restless. It cannot remain. It will keep on shaking actually. 1 minute it will be look like it, and then doubt it will look, and it can't. What is that? It will not look like that. It will jerk the body. So it is very restless. So only difference is this. Nara and Vanara is this. Though in the one sage has said Yatra matayo gachanti tatra vanaraha. If one is acting means doing. When one goes by the dictates of the mind, then it is a vanara. Yatra shastrani gachanti te naraha. Where what Shastra says, if you do that, it is Nara. If you do according to your mind's instructions, then then it is a Vanara. Why this is told means, you see, we know all all of us know, Guru, they go to Guru and then Guru gives the instruction. 99.9999% will not adhere to the instruction of Guru. They want it, they have a great love for Guru and they will weep, all those things will be there. But what he says that he will not be able to do. So there is a famous sloka in the Mahabharata where Duryodhana says, I think it may be Duryodhana's father, that is Dhritarashtra says, Janami dharmam na cha me pravritti, janamya dharmam na cha me nivritti, kenapi devena yata prayiktosmi tata karomi. So, I know what is right, but I find myself doing wrong things. I know what is right, but the crucial moment comes, I will do the wrong thing. Janamya dharmam, I know what is wrong. I know very well I should not do it, but I will do it. Janamya dharmam na cha me nivritti. I want to avoid it, but I somehow find doing it. Then he says, many times we all feel some mistakes we do. Sometimes you are angry. People become angry with their family people. A man will be angry with his wife, with his son, and then some beating. Afterwards he says, I should not have done it. This much I should not do. That feeling comes that I have done wrong thing. So why it happens? Because it makes us do it. So we know what is right, but we are not able to avoid it. We know what is wrong, but we are doing it. And this Dhritarashtra has put the blame on Bhagavan. Bhagavan only makes me do it. Everything Ram's Vicha. So, Papa, if you try to practice Papa now, whatever wrong things you do, it will say Bhagavan did it. Whatever right things we do, because I see I have given a word to my Guru, so I did like this. Good thing we see, right thing means I did because I am a disciple of Papa. Papa has told me like this, I am doing like that. Why did you? It is not my, Bhagavan made me to do like this. We can justify also. So, this aspect is the core teaching of the Vedas also. People think Veda speaks about big things. Small things only it says. So small things only. Normally day-to-day life, what we have to do, that we have to do. In the Brahmins have got, there is traditional Brahmins, they have to worship 3 times. It is called Sandhya Vandana, morning Sandhya, night Sandhya and noon. And in that there is one mantra is there. That mantra they have to repeat once a day. And once in a year, they have to repeat it 1008 times. So when we were young, they will tell the people, do japa 1008 times. Within 2 minutes, we'll, no. 1008 is not over. Do, they will say. The mantra is this. Kamo karishit, manyura karishit. Kamo karishit, manyura karishit, namo namaha. The previous is Naham karta, Harih karta. Naham karta, Kamah karta. Naham karta, Manyuh karta. Kamo karishit, manyura karishit, namo namaha. Whatever I do, it is not Bhagavan is doing, nor we are obeying Gurudev's instruction. Whatever our mind says, that we will do. Even if you have come here, your mind says go there. If you don't come here, the mind will say don't go there. Today it will say go, tomorrow it will say don't go. We will follow that only. We will not be able to change it. Kamo akarishit, manyura akarishit, namo namaha. All the wrong things we do or right things we don't do because mind makes us to do it. And kama and then Kama Anuja. Kamanujan means anger. Kama, Krodha. Krodha, anger actually. Krodha is suppose if you are somebody kills a person, in a fit of anger he will kill, and then he will go and confess to the police station that anger I did like this. Then the punishment is also less. So Kama Karta, Manyu Karta, Kama and Krodha. It includes other items because they are not very powerful like this. This includes the other things actually. So that's why they are not mentioned. So the Shandva, the Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, these are the products of the mind. Mind is this. Mind is full of desire only. Mind is a bundle of desires. And those desires, if it is good, automatically it will be. If it is bad, you will go by that only. You cannot avoid it actually. Very, very difficult. The alcoholics are there, drug addicts. When they are free of that influence of that drug, they will be very good actually. I should not, my family, I am spoiling what to do. They will be weeping. But that crucial moment comes, mind will tell him, go and do it. Then he will go and do it. So, sadhana means what? What is sadhana? Daily sadhana means this only. Avoiding kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. So if you take example of this, Devi Sampad, Aswini Sampad is there in the Bhagavad Gita. So cultivate Devi Sampad and avoid Aswini Sampad. Bhagavan says, that is the practice, that is the sadhana. Whether it is to be done for 1 hour, japa and other things are the different purpose, I will come to that later. Whatever sadhana we do, or 1 hour, half an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, afterwards you have to do your daily activities. You have to earn your bread, you have to work, you have other things are there. So other times the mind will be only tell you, you do this, you do this, you do this. So that we will be doing. Therefore, what is sadhana? Keep watching the mind. Always be vigil to analyze what thought is going on in the mind. And if it is not according to Shastras, we should avoid it. So there is a big battle will come. One mind will tell you not to do it. The real mind will tell you do it. Today you can do, tomorrow you can avoid. It will try to cheat actually. So the daily sadhana is this. It has to be done from morning, the moment we wake up, until we close our eyes to go for bed. Within that maybe 12 to 16 hours. 8 hours if we sleep also 16 hours. So within the 16 hours, what type of thoughts are going on in the mind? And if it is negative, you have to avoid. So Bhagavan in the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, called Bhakti Yoga, so there are last 8 slokas are there. Adveshta sarvabhutanam maitra karunaye vaja nirbamo nirhankaraha samadukka sukachami. So all these things are there. 35 qualities Bhagavan they say. These are not 1 hour to my 6 morning 6 to 8 o'clock my sadhana. So I will be friendly with all people. After 8 and next day morning 6, I will be always inimical with you. That don't go. So for this sadhana has to go on for 24 hours a day. So daily sadhana and daily life is also, in our interaction with this world, the mind will make us do wrong things. And you cannot avoid. Papa, when he has started wandering. Before that, he has already achieved. Yes. So Bappa did not do any sadhana. We experimented that sadhana, whether I am able to behold Bhagavan everywhere, that he was experimenting. He did not practice. He practiced. He could. There was no need for him to practice. Actually, it was natural to him. So that we cannot do like that. It is not possible for us. I will also go tomorrow. I will see God everywhere, Ram everywhere. Ram told me, Ramdas did it. That we will tell. If you say whichever I like. Ram told me, Ramdas did it. We will say. When they say something against, then it won't be that easy actually. So what is required is 24 hours we have to be vigilant. What type of thoughts are going on in the mind? That you should keep checking also. The 35 qualities are mentioned in the Gita, Bhagavad Gita, 12th chapter Bhakti Yoga. And there are 18 slokas in the second chapter. That is Sthita Prajna Lakshana. Sthita Pratyasya Bhasha. So Shankaracharya in his commentary on that slokas he says, what is the Lakshana of a Sthita Prajna? How will a Sthita Prajna will look like? How your realized state will look like? So these are the qualities Papa has said. Then I look Muktan Swamiji. Whether he has got all these qualities, whether he is a Sthita Prajna or not, it is not for that purpose. Shankaracharya says, the Sthita Prajna Lakshana is told to you not to find out the other person is Sthita Prajna, but for your sadhana. For your own practice, you have to, personal practice only, for that it is told. So the Lakshana told the Sthita Prajna Lakshana, it will not come immediately, but every time we are making a mistake, we have to correct it. Next time we will correct, next time we will correct, next time we will correct. Like that, it should be done. This is told everywhere actually. Now we are also in family only because big family, small family only. So we quarrel with people. Normally we quarrel with whom? A person will be quarreling with. Every day you will have anger, little hatred, little jealousy, all these things will happen. With whom it happens? Have you any time thought about it? We are angry with some people, we don't like certain people, we like some people more, and we want to justify whatever wrong things they do. All these things, if they are very close to us, even if he does wrong things, he is a good fellow already, but something will say. If you don't like it, that fellow is a criminal. Immediately we say. All these things happens with whom? Only those who are near and dear to us. You will not be angry with Biden, President of America. You do not know him. We are not interested in Biden or Saudak or somebody in China. We are interested only with the people who are around us and those who are close to us, more close to us. So the quarrel will be always between a husband and his wife, between two sisters, between brothers. Okay. So there is a mantra in the Veda which says, Na brata dikshan swasara uda swasar, let not the brother hate the brother. Let not the sister hate the sister. Most of the olden days, most of the legal disputes, which will be between brothers. Property division, then after father's death, these two fellows will be fighting for, you have not taken this, you have not taken this, I want that, I want this. This house should give to me, that house you. So 99% of the land disputes are between brothers. Now it is changing actually. So we hate our brother. We hate our sisters. We don't like our own people around us. So Veda says, don't do that. Very simple thing. And the last mantra of the Rigveda is called Aikamantya Sutta. Aikamantya means togetherness. Sangachatvam, Sambhadatvam, Sambhomanam Tijanata. Let us walk together. Let us think alike. We walk together. Let us think alike. So this time when President of India inaugurated this parliament session, she quoted this mantra. But the way in which she told this in their accents, I told in my accent. So let us go together. Let us think alike. Let us walk together. Even our marriage ceremony, Indian marriage ceremony, whether it is Kanyakumari or to Kashmir, or from here to this end to this end, it is called Saptapati. Saptapati. Saptapati means 7 steps, walking 7 steps together. So so we walk together. I go this way, you go this way. It's not there. So we walk together. This amount of adaptability. How much we can able to adapt. So our desires should not disturb other people. Our desires, the thoughts that we entertain in the mind should be conducive for our spiritual growth. The thoughts that are coming up in the mind, what we are entertaining, what we are implementing, that should be conducive for the spiritual growth. That means this should conform with the Devi Sampat or the Sthita Prajna Lakshana. It will take us to that goal. So that is the most important thing. That is the daily practice. Daily life should be passed through this filter. All our activities should be dharmic, should be virtuous, and should not be adharma. So daily practice means cultivation of virtues. Desire will come to disturb other person, to hate another person, to do something wrong to others. So not allowing the mind to do that. That is actually the daily practice that we have to do throughout the day. It is not one type. Sadhana, the other things, whatever sadhana you do for sit and meditate, close your eyes and control the mind and do japa, all these things are okay. If you are not doing 24 hours japa, so that is not possible for many people. They have to cook, they have to work, they have to do something else, they have to take a bath. At that time, what thought is going on in your mind? They may be thinking bad about other people. So seeing Bhagavan in everybody, seeing Rama in everybody is not easy. Papa was natural to him. It was very natural. So Swami Chidananda Maharaj used to quote one story. It is called The Practice of the Presence of God by Brother Lawrence. It's a small book, about 40 pages, some written about 400, 500 years before. So the Lawrence was one person who joined the monastery to become a father. But he was an idiot. He cannot do much things, and when they tested, he failed. So he remained as brother only. So all others have come up. So and then he was doing menial works in the mopping up floor, cooking, like that he was doing. One day he opened the windows and he saw, before that it was winter. The winter was over, suddenly the trees are blooming. Beautiful flowers are coming. Then he thought, I will also bloom one day like this. And then somehow that thought came into his mind. I should feel the presence of God everywhere. Then he began to feel the presence of God everywhere. So wherever what Papa says, the same thing has happened to him. So when somebody is God is here. So that concept is not there for them. Although it may be vague, but what we see that Ishvara Darshana should be everywhere. Bhagavan is Sarvabhyapi. These thoughts are not very crystal, told very in a crystal clear manner in such books. Our books are very clear, although we are not able to behold God like that. Behold, let us behold thee in all these names and forms. All names and forms, whatever we see here is you only. That thought is very powerful here. We may not be able to practice it. So, but he was practicing it. One mother superior used to come to that monastery to have discussions, to have some clarification with the bishop there. So she has, many times she comes with a disturbed mind. And when she comes near that kitchen, when she is passing through near this fellow, there is some peace is there in her mind. What is this? Whenever I come here, I become very sober. Mind is so much peace. So many days she felt it. One day she asked Lawrence, whenever I find here, I find so much peace. What practice you are doing? And he was afraid. When I say something, they may, no, I do not know anything. He says, no, you know something, please tell. Then he says, I used to feel the presence of God everywhere. So that is not possible, that is the truth. But what happened? Mind will not allow. When we were born, it was there. When we were born, small baby. So small baby mother has left it there and gone. One thief comes. So the child is having a mala here, necklace. So that fellow comes and cut this necklace. What the child will see, he will smile. It doesn't bother. It doesn't know the value of all those things. It just. So actually, the child is seeing Bhagavan only there. So, labha and nashta, sukha and dukkha are all equal to the child. That is why Bhagavan is compared to the child. Sadhus are compared to the child. Papa is also like that. He doesn't bother. Somebody comes and takes away anything. Yes, you take it. He will give. So we can't do that, Tomorrow what I will do, thought will come. So we need not do immediately all those things, but little this practice is required. So it should be childlike, they say. The mind should be childlike. It doesn't have this judgmental, no judgments, no unnecessary desire, unwanted desires will not be there, irsya will not be there, jealousy will not be there, hatred will not be there. So reducing that, eliminating those which are not very essential, which we cannot avoid. That is the daily life, in our daily, day-to-day life. Every moment we are facing with this. And handling this is the real daily sadhana. I was telling that somebody says, you are a wonderful person, you become very happy. Somebody says, you are a stupid fellow, you will become unhappy. So you take, for example, the child, a small baby. A small baby. Sometimes the mother calls, you bloody fellow, foolish fellow, you dog. Sometimes mothers will say that, you dog. And sometimes you are a cute fellow. So it makes no difference. In both cases you are a fool. Yeah, you are very intelligent. Both cases it will be smiling like this. So there is one Vaishnava Acharya. His name is called Kulashekara Perumal. Kulashekara Perumal once said to Bhagavan, Bhagavan asked him, what do you want? And then, nothing. Whatever you give is okay. So please ask me something. I am very happy. Then he told Bhagavan, he tells Bhagavan, Tvayi prasanne mama kim gunena, Tvaya prasanne mama kim gunena. Oh Bhagavan, if you are happy with me, it makes no difference for me. If you are unhappy with me, that also makes difference. Whether you are happy with me, it is fine. Whether you are unhappy with me, it is fine. But I am always happy with you. Then how can it is possible, Bhagavan says, I will put you in hell. No matter you put me in hell, I will be happy. How is it possible here? When I was born, I was like that, Bhagavan, he says. Then Bhagavan asks how it is. Tvayi prasanne mama kim gunena, Tvayi aprasanne mama kim gunena, Rakte virakte vareva dhunam, Nirattaka kunguma patra bhanga. Suppose one child is there, the mother gives a bath and then feeding, and then he puts a tilak also, some beauty spot, everything, it's makeup, everything. Child eating food, and then he was happy, he's playing, and then after taking food he feels sleepy, so he puts it to sleep. So he puts to, and then the child is sleeping. So then she goes for work. She's working in the kitchen. After 1 hour, this fellow got up. And nobody is there, and they played a little. And by that time, he passes urine. He passes the stool, and he is playing on that. He will be playing on that. So then after some time, he comes and see, hey, you dirty fellow. So whether he is cute after the bath or very dirty after playing on this, in both cases, it is same for the child. Mother it is same. Whether it is cute also the same love. If it is dirty also same love. Likewise, I will be always happy with you only, Bhagavan, he says. So mind has to be, keep on watching the mind. And that is the best way. So keep on watching the mind will not be possible to do the work. You are working a program writing means you can, what is happening in my mind you cannot check. So whenever we are free, at that time if we keep on remembering Bhagavan's name, then these unwanted thoughts coming number will be less. Unwanted thoughts will be less. So whenever unwanted thoughts comes, then constant remembrance of Bhagavan's name will purify the mind in course of time. And then only it will be possible. So the daily sadhana and daily life, both are only one thing. Daily sadhana cannot be confined to a certain fixed hours. Then the realization of God will also be for fixed hours. Bhagavan should be with us all the 24 hours, not for 2 hours in the morning and then next day you can come. That is not possible. Bhagavan has to be with us wherever we go, wherever we are. So, constant remembrance of God is required. That is also not possible. So, try whenever we are free, slowly keep on chanting the Bhagavan's name. Guna Kathana, that's all. In the Navadha Bhakti also, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnoho Smaranam Padasevanam. Hearing about Bhagavan. Now Sri Ram Jairam is going here hearing Bhagavan. Then you chanting. Then when you keep on chanting, after some time what happens? When we are sitting quiet, that thought will come in our mind. Bhagavan's thought will come in our mind naturally. As a unwanted desire comes, unwanted anger comes, jealousy comes, hatred comes. Instead of that, this Bhagavan's thought will come. So many people we can find that those who are devoted, old people, when they are walking, Narayana, Guruvayurappa, they will say. Guruvayurappa comes naturally. So likewise, the mind should entertain this Bhagavan's thought naturally. So that, for that, every moment, every second, every minute, whenever we are free, whenever we remember, whenever we are aware, we should try to remember God. That is the only Gunakathana, Gunakirtana. Shravanam, Kathanam, Kirtanam. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam. Shravanam, Kirtanam, if it is there, the memory will come. So this is my sharing, and how I do.
Along with whatever we have heard now, we will also try to do some exercise. Now what we are doing is we are hearing. So this hearing process, we are watching ourselves. We have heard so many what have happened to us. So that is why Papa also insists for periodical inward journey. So that inward journey, that process will help us. So here in one of his quotations he says, be a witness to all your movements. Detach yourself from them and become the observer of them. Then you will realize that you are the eternal witness and the body is not yourself. Identification with the body will go, witness consciousness will be attained. Mostly you can practice it when you are in meditation. When you are active and moving about, it is difficult to maintain that consciousness. Many rules have to be observed for the control of mind. Observance of silence is one of them. The question Prabhupada prompted was how to control the mind, keep the mind. It is a vast subject. Everybody can interpret in their own way. It changes from person to person. But here let us try to, all these things we have heard. How do we make a beginning? So here he says, observance of silence is one of them. Let us find out. Sit silent, detach yourself from the mind and watch its activities. The watcher is the real you, the self-immortal. Very difficult, no doubt about it, very difficult. Because we have not done it, no. So we choose any time, any place, and try to put us on a process so that whatever that has been intellectually assimilated slowly percolates and becomes a part of our life. When we go through In Quest of God, you will find every now and then, whenever God provides this opportunity, Papa goes for solitude. His second book, At the Feet of God, is nothing but a dialogue between him and the all-pervading reality. That means he was reveling on that. No? So for that that is why he said, no, the mind, sit silent, detach yourself from the mind, watch its activities. Very difficult, because the mind is told to watch its activities. So there we employ some method. Each one will try and bring out their own method. The method Papa's chose was chanting of his name. And he has also recommended 3 types of chanting. One is vocal, the other is silent, third is mental. It is not that one cannot do it vocally. No. We have to try whether the vocal chanting helps me to concentrate. Suppose it is again, after 2 or 3 hours chanting, the mind goes out. Then I try to switch over to the silent chanting. The difference between silent chanting and vocal chanting is, in vocal chanting the sound comes, the lip and tongue moves, but in silent chanting, lip and tongue move, sound does not come. And in mental chanting, lip and tongue will not move, sound will not come, but we do the chanting. This is an exercise. Suppose we try for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That means the mind is itself, on hearing various techniques practiced by Mahatmas, it is trying to apply. We may not be able to follow whatever we have heard, because each one is unique. That is why each Mahatma describes it in their own way, whatever they have undergone. So we are also now trying, but we have to start somewhere, so we are trying. And then, proportionate to the intensity we have, our own method will emerge out. 100% sure. So this control of the mind, Vinobaji explains that there are 3 things that you have to do. Moderation in everything. So in talking, in eating, in working, in sleeping, everywhere there should be moderation. All these things contribute, Suddenly we hear something about control of the mind, and when we start practicing it, we may not be able to do it. Suppose we eat too much, naturally the mind will be dull. If we don't eat at all, we are always conscious of the hunger. So moderation in everything. So like that, when we hear, we should keep on trying it, and we try to bring out something that is suitable for our equipment, body, mind, intellect equipment, which varies from person to person. So the ultimate message is, to control the mind, we devise some method. Having heard all this, then what next? In another quotation he says, when the mind has worries, you say, I have worries. Watch the dynamics of the mind. When the detachment from it is perfect, the mind disappears, you will be in a state of perfect bliss. Now rise above the body consciousness. The bliss you enjoy will remain at all times and in all conditions. When physically active, there will be no returning to your old life of ignorance and confusion. You will live, move, and have your being in the eternal. You will always be in the awareness of the self. Realizing that you are the self or Brahman, you move and act in the world. This is the greatest achievement. And with Ramnam, he gives one more clue. By concentrating your mind on the sound of the name, the mind absorbs the name, and thereafter mental repetition starts. Papa clearly says that to him, mental repetition helped a lot. We close our eyes. First 1 or 2, 3, we do the vocal chanting. Then we try to switch over to the mental chanting. In mental chanting, the lip and tongue will not move. Sound will not come. But we should hear our own chanting. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Suppose we practice it right from the vocal, it might be easy. So we Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. When we try to hear our own chanting, the first tangible gain is that the mind is not going anywhere else. We have at least fenced it now, limiting it to the chanting. When we try that, no? So then mental chanting, because here after 3 or 4 chanting, the mind may still go out. So then we try this mental chanting, and we try to hear our own mental chanting. So in that process, the mind does not go out as it was going out during that period. Very good. And then Papa says, it is difficult where there are actions. It needs perfect solitude. When Ramnam is repeated mentally, the mind becomes gradually still. That's why he said the process, whenever we set ourselves on the process, the watching process eliminates, not by us, eliminates even the chanting. When Ramnam is repeated mentally, the mind becomes gradually still and the repetition stops when the mind is perfectly still. It does not remain still for a long time, and the moment it is disturbed, repetition of Ramnam starts again. So here he is giving us a process, even if we try for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, there is a process by which the mind is now reined, It is not given a free ride. So we try to chant mentally, we try to hear our own chanting. Let us not presuppose what will happen, leave it. Let us be on the process, and the process will become the outcome. And then, so again, after some time, the mind goes out. So again, the same mental chanting starts. Now he says, the effort now is to lengthen the period of the stillness. That is, from the time Ramnam stopped till it started again. By constant practice, the duration of the stillness is increased until at last it becomes permanent. Puja Swamiji was telling about, how the child reacts. It doesn't react at all. It goes along with the swim. So how to reach that state? That means we are free from all preconditionings, norms, rights and wrongs, likes and dislikes, preferences, priorities. That he has made us understood. Then the mind becomes still only when all these things are there. Puja Swamiji was making a mention about Chitta Prajna, steady wisdom. What does it mean? Where the leveling, there is anything before we react to anything and everything. There is a stage where we are not carried away by anything else. So here, for that Papa has given us this method. So let us all try, for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, whenever we do that Ramnam, a conscious effort on our part to detach ourselves from the mind. And when this is set, we have seen how it has helped everybody. And when we are talking about inquest of God, with this background, when activities were going on, he was not seeing anything as another. You all remember Papa's poem? The poem because suddenly we may find, only when you close your eyes, when you develop these, we can be free. No. In order that we don't get into any such thoughts, Papa says in one of his poems, I find him everywhere. I find my God in fields, hills, dales, in workshop, school, office, marketplace. in plains and forests, in the grazing herd of cows, in home, hospital, and in power plants, in huts and palaces, in halls of assemblies, in temples, churches, and mosques, in solitude and caves, in graveyards and cremation grounds. I see him in the sky above, in the earth below, in the waters of the lakes, the oceans vast, in the slow, swift running streams, in trains, railways, in cars, in aeroplanes, as well in gentle moving bullock carts. I behold him, awake, asleep, dreaming, in birth, in life, in death. I find him at all times and in all places, in all states. My God is everywhere and everything. He alone is, there is none but He. Very difficult for all of us to conceive even this, but we will keep it as an ideal, no? So that gradually I will not limit this to my chanting. Papa was blunt in telling us, after stage comes, the experience you have during the chanting should be stretched to non-chanting time complete, so that you will not find any difference between chanting and non-chanting. That's the advanced stage. We cannot straight away take that. So let us now every day make an effort to do this chanting process, mental chanting, trying to detach ourselves, pray to Him whenever the mind does, it runs riot, we have to keep on praying, praying, praying. You prompted me to take this, but again, no, I am unable to control my mind. So like that, the prayer and this goes on, and then the moment I open and I join the mainstream of life, family life, professional life, social life, I try to maintain. There, Swami Chidanji Maharaj, that word, it should come back often, often, often. Daily life is an opportunity given to you to test your daily sadhana. So all these things, we have to set it on a process. We have done enough hearing, So now we pray to Him to kindly enable us to make it a reality in my life. I want to do it. I am unable to do it. I want to feel that even these words are coming because you are seated in my heart in the form of life force. I know that intellectually. But the moment I stop this after this session, when I react to events and individuals, I am not aware of your presence within. There the me and mine, comes and dominates me throughout. Please allow me, please. That is why Papa said, his own words are, outer activity should be compatible with inner aspiration. So inner aspiration is to bring him into the picture. Outer activities, whatever they may be, at home, in the office, with friends, outer activities should be compatible with inner aspiration. Then only that marriage takes place, sadhana and the daily life. Otherwise, it becomes separate. So even then, we cannot do it. So we pray to Him. You have given all this information to us, and you are placing us in varied circumstances, on which also I have no control. And you are prompting me to practice this. Please help me. Let us keep on bringing this as many times as possible. We have been assured that one went through that. He said, if you take a few steps, rest of the things Ramdas will do. So we are banking on that. Have we taken a few